African Breweries Limited profit after tax dropped by 12% to 10.9 billion shillings in the full year ending June 30th, 2024. The brewer's earnings were weighed down by interest payments, rising inflation, shilling devaluation, social unrest and floods. This being a drop from 12.32 billion shillings registered in the full year ending June 30th, 2023. And as Jimmy Mbogo now reports, the brewer saw a slight growth in volume at 1%, while the cost of operations grew by 18% in the same period.
For the East Africa Breweries Limited, 2024 can only be described as a year with mixed fortunes, characterized by a significant bag of challenges as well as remarkable achievements. EABL management noting that the year which ended on June 30th was characterized by volatility in the East Africa region and a significant fluctuation of the exchange rate. A cocktail of challenges that saw the brewers' earning after tax drop by 12% from 12.3 billion shillings in 2023 to close the year at 10.9 billion shillings. The drop in earnings came on the backdrop of an increase in volume, which grew by 1%. The brewer also saw an increase in net sales, which went up 13% to stand at 124.1 billion shillings, while the operating profit also grew by 10% to 28.8 billion shillings.
But our consumer therefore continues to be impacted by pressure from a spend perspective. So when we look at the share of wallet competition between different stuff that a consumer has to do, we are finding our category shrinking. And therefore they're having to reprioritize what they need to spend on.
We did feel the impact of fuel price increases of about 14% impacting our distribution costs. We continue to feel some pressure, although reduced, on ethanol pricing at 17% up year on year. Sugar was another headwind at about 26% growth in cost, and glass at about 7%. So you can see the pressure on our cost of sales.
In the year under review, EABL registered growth in all three markets, with Kenya leading at 15%, an equivalent of 65% of the group's total earning, followed by Uganda at 12%, which accounted for 21% of EABL's total revenue, while Tanzania had a 9% growth, translating to 14% of the company's earning. In products, EABL saw a 13% increase in premium products, with beers coming in second at 12% and 10% for mainstream spirits.
I think from a commercial execution, I think we believe in FMCG must be available within arm's length wherever you are. So really driving availability using current old channels as well as emerging new channels so that our brands are accessible to you. We're also winning at point of sale. If you go to supermarkets or in some outlets, I think there's great execution.
To reduce their carbon footprint, EABL says through its Rudisha campaign, it has collected over 17 million bottles for recycling. The brewery is also set to make further investments to reduce their operational costs, which had grown by 18%, an issue that they say can be mitigated through investment. In the year under review, the shareholders will be smiling all the way to the bank with a 7 shillings per share dividend payout. Jimmy Mbogo, Citizen TV, Nairobi.